Okay, so if anybody has any questions for internet selling or internet buying, just ask, because I'm here. Uh, I used to make 5K a week on Amazon and eBay a few years back, and I've been booted off of both repeatedly and got right back on because I'm slick. I mean, slick. Um, and I've, I've been on Mercari, Poshmark. Wasn't a big interest to me. Hey, Roxanne, what's up? Because uh, you have you have to have a some kind of seller's license or something to be on there, and then show all your invoices to sell or something. It's real strange. So I was like, no, that one in Shopify too. Um, so I haven't messed with that. I've seen some other sites and they just don't look like to do any good. I've done Bonanza and that was a 100% total loss. I've tried selling on Instagram. I had a showgirl say, man, if you sold on Instagram, I would buy from you. And you could do so great. And I had 200 listings on Instagram and did absolutely nothing. And those were up for like 2 years. Actually, they're still up there. It's been like 6 years. I've had like, I think one sale off Instagram. Um, uh, and it was for cable, uh, magnetic phone cable. Um, I did a bunch of promo listings on um, Twitter, and that was just 100% worthless. I got nothing out of that. Um, I do like the TikTok commercial account. That brought me a ton of traffic on Etsy, a ton. So if you'll get a TikTok commercial account, don't just get that little play account, but sign up for the TikTok commercial account. And now they're going to restrict your music and stuff um, because it's different because you're doing advertisement and you have to pay for using music. So did I get my Etsy account back? No, nope. Um, and uh, I don't know if that will ever come back or not. Right now, this last week, I've been taking, I have like 550 or 600 listings on there. I can get in the account, but I can't do anything with it. But I can get in the account to read the ads because I did so many mannequin shoots with all the clothes that I make that, it's already got all the dimensions and the measurements and everything in there. I can't pick up the photographs off of it, but I can see which photographs match what because I have those all saved on separate drives that I just plug into my computer. I've got one drive for videos and one drive for pictures. Because if you don't keep that stuff separate from your computer, you'll just bog it down. And you don't want to leave stuff on your phone all the time. You want to get a big chip and transfer as much as you can to the chip. That way, if your phone ever breaks, like mine just went haywire, then you have it. And I upload. I used to do a lot of my YouTube vlogs on chip, and because I've been monetized twice, and so I did a lot of them on chip and then would upload them when I had internet, to save on my internet on my phone, or you just suck it dry and then they put a brick on it and it doesn't ruin. So it's a great advantage when you have access to internet, especially fast internet where you can upload. But I like the live better. I do and I don't. I don't because I'm not saving it. I have to go online and download it. Um, as it goes up. But if you're not doing the lives, those videos are real important. And you want to take that chip out of your phone often and load it to your computer so that you won't ever lose that stuff. Say you lose the phone in the water, an ocean. Well, you're not getting the chip back. You know, and if you can afford to hire a diver, well, then you can afford to buy, $1,000 phone, right? So, always load everything from the chip off of your phone. And it's easier to photograph right off your phone. It's not as good as a camera. I have a real good photography camera that I use for shooting, like jewelry, especially. It's really, really important if you're doing anything that's fine, like jewelry and stuff, and you want, good up close and be able to see it. You want a camera. You don't want to use the one on your phone. It's bogus. Um, so do invest in a good digital camera and some chips and stuff, and that way you can load it real quick, to your computer. Um, and then save it on separate drives. Get it off the computer and put it on the separate drives. That way you can do it. I mean, years ago I used to do little discs. Like I'd have one disc for boots and one disc for stripper heels and one disc for gowns. That way I just load the disc in there and pick it up off of there, you know. But I like the drives better. The only problem is they don't last long. They go about 5 years. And then they'll croak, so you've got it transferred over. And now they're getting cheaper, and they're in terabyte sizes now instead of, megabyte and gigabyte. So you got tons of room. But bear in mind, they only go, 3 to 5 years. So I date all mine now. I buy them at Walmart, and I date mine. I put a sticker right on there, and I write the title, and then I put a date on it. So that way, if it gets close to the end, then I'll go ahead and move all that stuff to a new drive. And that way I won't lose it. Because I have a broken drive that was very, very expensive. A real nice Western Digital, as best you could buy at Walmart. It cost like over $150. And really today, it's not that big. But then it was. And I bought that back in about, probably in 03, 04, something like that. And it was great till the sucker broke. And everything is stuck on there. And it's funny, in my travels crossing the country, I've crossed the Western Digital Corporation, and I'd wished I would have stopped and brought that damn thing over there and said, hey, will you guys figure this out so you can pull anything off of here at all? And then ship it back. But I haven't. So I don't know. But that's the best way to do it. If you don't have to buy $1 million camera. The first one I bought was really expensive for computer. I'm not talking about my other cameras and then printing in the darkroom and all that other stuff. I'm talking about this new thing with the digital cameras, where you just put a stick or a chip or whatever in there. And you have to buy rechargeable batteries that are really expensive. Now they're really high. I think the first digital camera I bought, it was like $500 or $600. I had a real good sale from Doc Hillman, a good friend of mine and customer, and he's a plastic surgeon. And he said, now you go down and get your camera you need to build your website. And he told me what kind of camera to get, everything, the whole deal. I'm like, okay. So I went over to Walmart and I spent like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 hours going through every camera they had on display. And, reading the specs and trying to figure out what it was, because it's so much different than just regular camera. There's so much more to it. And I just really wanted to find something where I could zoom in, or have to buy a telephoto zoom or whatever I had to do to be able to zoom in to like a piece of jewelry, like a ring, and see the stones. I needed something really good. I was doing a lot of jewelry back then too. So, huge amounts. I was buying them in auctions overseas. And so, I really wanted to get that on the website. Because I had trouble bringing it into clubs. Girls would steal it, bartenders would steal it, and I'd lose a lot of pieces. But, uh, you know, I, I really wanted to put it on the website for Showgirls. So I bought like a Sony DSC or DSH. It's actually on my website up for sale. And, and I don't have it. It was stolen in the storages. But I bought that like $600, and uh, I mean, I could have bought Nikon or these other ones that they had that were digital, and they were $1,000, $1,500. I think the most expensive one was like $1,500 at Walmart. But I was good with that Sony. It was doing what I wanted it to do, and the bad part was it was not new in the box. It had pictures in it like somebody had returned it. That kind of pissed me off. Because every time I would take to upload pictures from it, there was always just like 3 pictures stuck on it. So anyway, that camera was absolutely fantastic. And uh I took in when I was buying cameras in auction, um through Goodwill. I was buying a lot of cameras through Goodwill in auction. And because I wanted to try to upgrade, and every time I'd find one that was a little bit better, I would bid on it and I'd win that sucker. And I'm like, man, I need to go to the next one. And I just list them on the website. That way I could sell those off so I could climb to something better. Because that Sony, I think it was like a 6 or something. And which is really low today. And then like the one I've got right now, I think is like a 17 or 20, which is really a good camera. I've got a Nikon now, because I kept switching them out. I had a beautiful Nikon that run video and everything, and I had like a whole bunch of cameras that are listed on the website. And I mean, I made out like bacon in the auctions. But I've got the camera I have with me now is really, really nice. And I was hoping I wasn't paying attention for the longest time. I thought, boy, I'm gonna have to upgrade that darn camera, because I was thinking that Sony was still in my camera case, and nope. About 30 days ago, I opened that camera case up and I went, oh man! And then Nikon was in there, and one of the real good Nikons, and I'm like, yeah. And it was so much stronger than that Sony, which I was so glad that I ended up with that out of all that stuff was stolen, because I spent a lot of money, on a lot of cameras. But to get there, and I was just gonna resell the other ones, and I was still gonna make out good. But yeah, invest in a good camera. You don't want to spend $1,000,000. Just find one that will zoom in to like a ring on your finger, and it can see the stones. That's what you need. That way it'll be versatile for everything you do. Because otherwise you're gonna hate it. And that's the biggest problem with photographing off a phone. They don't get close. They really have trouble, shooting textures or jewelry. They're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. Um, and so the camera's a lot better for that, because when you're selling on the internet, what you want is you want to make sure the customer sees exactly what you are trying to sell them, because they can't be there in person to see it with their glasses on or whatever. They can't touch it. They can't smell it. You know, you're losing so many senses when you're selling online. And, I mean, you don't even get 3D because it's not 3D, it's a picture. Um, it's much different than seeing a 3D in person, you know. So you have to have really good pictures, really clear pictures, and pictures that the color matches the exact way that item looks right there in front of your face. That's the next problem. Is the reds have got to be red. The blues have got to be blue. It's got to be the right hue. And the less you do jacking with the picture, the better off you're going to be. Because if you start really playing with it and erasing backgrounds and doing all this stupidity, it just looks so fake. It doesn't even look like the item, and it really takes away from the picture. You want real pictures. I prefer to shoot outside in the sunlight. I really, really do. I do prefer a white background, but sometimes a different color background works just as well. But back in the early 2000s, Amazon and eBay demanded that you could not do a listing. They would actually foul your listing out. If it didn't have a white background, they would pull it off. And you go, man. But now some things don't photograph well on white. Like if you put a white gown on a white background, it's whatever you're shooting with goes cuckoo. So, you've got to have a little variation for some colors. Like jewelry, if I'm shooting with my phone, jewelry comes out absolutely terrible. And some stuff you can't photograph on white, some stuff you can't photograph on black. But if I stick it on like a wood table, hey, if I stick it on like a wood table or piece of wood, then it will shoot accurately and look just like they're standing there looking at it. And that's what you want. Yeah, but it depends. I mean, sometimes black's no good, sometimes white's no good. It just depends. Like I was saying, if I'm shooting with my phone, I have to use wood background because it won't pick it up. It really shoots a really 100% crappy picture. And the colors come out true. If you have any colors in the jewelry, colored stones or enameling or anything like that, the color doesn't come up true. So you have to like put it on something like a piece of wood, and then it'll pick it up true color. That's what's really interesting. But if I just whoop out my good camera, I get total accuracy. I just have to pull it down, chip out of it, and load it to the computer. But it really comes out nice. It really comes out super, super nice. Because these phones just really jack with the pictures. But if you go on there and you start tweaking the pictures, that's when they start getting really fake looking and they don't even look like the item after you get done fooling with it. When you're adjusting the light and you're adjusting the colors, and then you get it so adjusted out it doesn't even match the item anymore. And they can tell. I mean, especially when all the pictures don't match. They can tell. So, I'm doing a lot of, like Tommy Bahama clothes and stuff like that, and their Hawaiian shirts and things like that. And the colors are super, super important. And it's really hard to shoot it with a cell phone. Really, really hard. And like the one that I've got right now that's stuck and broken, that one shoots really, really good pictures. But still, it has problems, zooming in. It has problems shooting fine stuff like texture or jewelry. But still, it has color problems. It acts strange. I usually use uh, halogen lighting. I got into buying halogen light bulbs, which helps really, really a lot. Because if you use LED, it will really screwball the colors up and put lines through your pictures, a whole bunch of lines through your pictures. Um, And then fluorescent light is absolutely terrible. It turns all the colors weird, like because fluorescent makes everything turn green anyway. Um, Fluorescent really jack up your colors. But LED is the worst because it puts lines in the picture. That's just so strange. It looks like the item's in jail, trying to get out. But yeah, pictures is 100%. That really will get you sales if you have good pictures and lots of them. You give them enough views and stuff. It really helps. Um, you know, because they get confused when they're looking at it. So even me when I'm shopping looking at stuff, you know, thank you. I don't like when these sellers like it's obvious they didn't take the picture. Like I watched a vlog today and the guy was going, "Here's how to sell on eBay and do the best pictures on it. And look at these two ads, and this one sells millions of them, and the other one doesn't sell as many, and they're selling the exact same thing, and this, that, and the other. And the one that's selling millions of them, the only problem with that is they got like 20 pictures, and like all of them are fake. They're all some kind of junk they duped off somewhere else, and they're probably drop shipping the crap in anyway, which is really a bad thing to do. Do not do drop ship. Um, and um, yeah, I mean, you go to jail for duping somebody's pictures. You can't just like go, oh, there's some pictures of it on the internet. I'll just copy that and stick it on my eBay ad. You go to jail for that. They can pick it up across the internet. I've found people listing my stuff that I make, like rhinestone bras and stuff. Oh, drop shipping's bull. Wait till I tell you the next one that I learned just like a week ago, and I was mad as hell. And I tore a guy up on the internet over it really bad. I really did. I mean, he was so lucky I wasn't like able to reach through the phone. Um, it made me absolutely furious. You guys remember the problems I've been having with shoes this year? And I've been doing those custom glitter shoes. The people order them from me. I got 4 weeks to come up with a product shipped to them, right? Oh yeah. I found people copy my stuff. I will sue you, and I get a Cadillac for that. Right now, I could use that right now because it would give me a place to live. So I hope somebody copies my picture so I can sue somebody else. I've done it 5 times. Yep. So anyway, I've had so many problems with shoes this year, and I have like a 4 week for the person. They order it, they get it in 4 weeks or less. I mean, totally dry, everything shipped to them, received, and they pay in advance, ordering on Etsy. And so, well, somebody trying to rip off the images. Yeah, and they think they can do this. They think it's okay because it's on the internet, but it's not. You're stealing somebody's artwork. It's just like if you painted, a copy of a Monet painting, it's a ripoff. You stole somebody's image. You can go to jail for that crap. So anyway, that's one of the first things you learn in art in college. They start telling you right off the top, you know. So I went to college with some people that thought they'd copy all these famous artists, like in my painting class and stuff. And it's like, you won't. You won't do that. And they learn real quick because the teachers will tell you. And but anyway, so yeah, I was having all that trouble with shoes, and I'd order these shoes from people because I couldn't afford to order bulk, and I didn't want to store bulk because it was in the storages, and shoes do not do well in the heat. They only have a certain shelf life to begin with, but the glue cannot take the heat. So, of course, I didn't want to order like, hundreds of pairs of shoes. And plus, for me, I just don't want to put that kind of money out. I have lots of stock to begin with. That was just an extra thing I was doing, and I was doing good with it. And so, I would go on Amazon or eBay and order a pair of shoes from somebody, um, instead of from the manufacturer because, the manufacturer was going to be higher, if I didn't order in bulk. So, of course, I didn't want to order in bulk. So anyway, I just jump on Amazon or eBay, and I would I would order a pair of shoes, get a really good deal, and I could still be able to put the good deal onto my customer, and um, you know, and it hurt because it didn't come out exactly that way all the time. A lot of times I just had to order two pair of shoes from two different places because I didn't know when one was going to come. Okay, and I mean I had one that came from the Pleasers factory 2 months, 2 months. That said I was going to get it in like 3 days. 2 months from the factory, and their factory's all screwed up this year, big time. But yeah, so I mean, you can't rely on it if you've got, you're taking somebody's money and you're guaranteeing shipment and they receive it within 4 weeks of their order. You want to make sure they get that. You don't want to rip somebody off. You don't want to have to refund them. You get in trouble on these websites if you're not a good seller. So you got to keep your word. So it really makes it hard. And I have been screwed around so many times this year from eBay and Amazon sellers. Now, rule one in Amazon, if you want to be paid, just as soon as you get that order, you need to put a tracking number in, okay? And as soon as you put that tracking number in, then you're going to get your pay, because they used to pay like every 2 weeks. Now they got some other thing that you can sign up for where you can get it like every couple days or something, and every 2 weeks, however you like it. I don't know. I've never tried that. I've only had the one where they pay you every 2 weeks, and you have to have a brick and mortar bank account. They're not doing it any other way. They won't handle PayPal or any of that crap. So, every time you get an order, you have to put a tracking number in there, and then, that it's issued to payment. So, whenever the next time is you're getting paid, it's going to go in that payment. Now, if you don't have it in there, you're not going to get paid until the next time, which is another 2 weeks, and that's on Amazon. And so, and then eBay was always one that paid every day unless you have a brand new account. But they would pay every day because they were on PayPal. Well, they discontinued PayPal. I think it was February of this year. They terminated PayPal, which might have been a good idea. Because I got in a huge $1,000 battle with them years ago, and both of them made me mad. But yeah, so my biggest problem this year is these people that I'm ordering shoes from are not shipping. The tracking number is going nowhere. I mean, it doesn't even say it was accepted at wherever, at FedEx, UPS, USPS, whatever. Okay? So to me, it's bogus tracking number, or they haven't shipped it, or they don't have the product to ship. And I went round and round with one seller. I went down 3 freaking weeks. Still no shoes. 3 days ship. No shoes. 3 weeks. I got to have the shoe done and shipped out and dry. Okay. And I think that was the rhinestone shoe I was doing. And I don't have the shoe. Yeah. And I'm freaking out. So I had to call a buddy of mine down in Tampa that's a competitor and say, look, I need your help. And they called the manufacturer and had them shipped direct to me from the manufacturer in California overnight. Buddy. Free of charge. Yeah. Brand new shoe. Freshly glued, everything. Which is really nice because, it's not going to break or anything weird. But the other seller that I ordered from, that I think it was on Amazon, they put the freaking track number in, Yeah. Yeah, they were really cool. That's a good friend of mine. As a matter of fact, his number is in my flipping other phone. So anyway, I was that saved my butt on that deal because that was a really expensive order. That was like a $250 order. And so anyway, Yeah, I never got the shoes from those people. That tracking number never ever worked. Never worked. And I went back and forth with those people going, where's these shoes? Where are these shoes? Oh, well, you know, UPS lost them. You know, how was it UPS lost? I called UPS, gave them that number. You know what UPS told me? They bought shipping, but they never brought the product. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, well, the seller's telling me that you have it and that you aren't doing nothing with it. They said, no, we would scan it once we receive it, just like the post office does. And I'm like, really? Yeah, so they freaking lied. So I am on this YouTube channel called Daily Refinement. There's an Oriental guy that sells in Northern California, you know, out by San Francisco. And he does like $1 million a year on eBay. He just got terminated because he was selling bullshit stuff. And it was just stupid. And he lost his account, making $1 million a year. Um, and so, and what he sells, you can't sell like on Amazon. You can't sell it on Etsy. He does used clothes, and you can't sell all that on there. They do not like used stuff. So anyway, um, he takes and a guy comments on there on one of those vlogs, and he says, "I just use automated tracking numbers." And I followed back that damn comment, and I said, "What do you mean automated?" He calls them VPN numbers or something like that. Automated numbers, some weird thing. And I said, "Well, I've never heard of that." And then he answers back, "Oh well, it's they're just fake tracking numbers. That way I can enter it in, you know, right away when the customer orders, you know, and I can go back and change it later or whatever." And I said, "What?" And he's like, "Well, you know," I said, "Are you a drop shipper or something?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I drop ship." I said, "Well, drop ship, you're trash." I said, "And you're buying fake tracking numbers?" I said, "You're super trash." Okay. Yeah, fake tracking numbers. So that's probably what the Joker did to me on those shoes, and a couple of other people I ordered from on those shoes. They're using fake tracking numbers. They buy fake tracking numbers and then just stick them on, you know, the customer's thing, and it never goes anywhere. Every time you click the tracking number, it goes, "Label has been created." That's all it says. Label has been created. And that means all they did was make a shipping label. It hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, some of these services, you can make appointments with them and they'll come pick up all your packages for you. The post office, UPS, whatever. If you do big business with them, all you do is call them and it's free service. They will come pick up your stuff. So you don't even have to take it down there, you know. But this is just some liar that's, you know, buying fake tracking numbers to put on there so they can get paid right away, you know. And that's one of the things with Amazon. You know, if you didn't enter a tracking number in, it wasn't going on that paycheck. It would wait. And if you missed that paycheck time, if you didn't get it in the last 24 hours, it wasn't going in on the paycheck. You had to wait for that money until the next time, which is another 2 weeks. And so that was the big thing. Now, I had got an order years ago on, was it eBay? I think it was eBay. I ordered some like leather Playboy jackets or something the guy had on there. I wanted to order one or two of them, and that was it, so I could see how good they were and if they were authentic. And they were coming from New York or whatever. And I never got them. Never ever got them. And I was pretty fried, man. This thing went on, you know, for like 2 months with eBay fighting for it, and I just never got them. And so, um, the tracking number, in the end, the tracking number went to, on one of the jackets, it went to like, Georgia, and the other tracking number went to like Arizona. I was mad as hell. I was like, I don't live in either one of those places. So you're lying. You know, you either never shipped or something's very seriously wrong. You shipped to the wrong person. Which, I mean, I've seen them do that. I've seen them write the wrong address on my stuff. And I would finally get it like months later. You know, um, yeah. So, you know, how hard is that? Yeah. I think a lot of times they make their kids do it, their little bitty kids do it, and they screw up and put the wrong address on the wrong stuff. But yeah, so that fake tracking number thing, that makes me mad as fire. And I just recently found out about that because a guy commented on Daily Refinement's vlog, and I was on fire. Really. That is about as low as you could go. You got to go by fake tracking numbers? Why? What business are you in? You know? I mean, it's real simple. They order from you, pack it up, take it out, ship it ASAP. Get it gone. Get it on its way. Because when I'm ordering something from somebody, I'm telling you, man, I wanted it yesterday express, really and truly. I'm peeing my pants all the time waiting for it to come. I'm sure everybody else is like that too. They got to be like that too. And it's like, oh my gosh, I just needed it yesterday express. And so please don't use any fake tracking numbers on me. Don't use another tracking number that you used on another product that you already shipped that went to another state that's not one I live in. And you're trying to, confirm with PayPal that you freaking shipped it and I didn't even get it. It's somebody else's tracking number. They'll do that too. Yep. Now, one of them, eBay or Amazon, one of them would get real screwball if you put a tracking number in and then went back and tried to change it. They wouldn't even let you do it. And because I tried to do that a long time ago. What I would do is I used to go to post office 3 times a day, every day, shipping out. Okay, because I was doing 5K a week on eBay and Amazon, and so they would honor me because you had to beg and plead to get the tracking number or signature delivery confirmation papers, and they would give me stacks of them so I could just do it, at my house or my shop, and then, start packing everything up and go ahead and enter the tracking numbers and go down to the post office and just, bring a big bag of them and stand there at the counter for the next 20 minutes while they scan them and run them and scan them and run them and scan them and run them. You pay for each separate one because you don't want to pay for it in bulk because you need a receipt for each item you're shipping out because you got to have that for taxes. Plus, it tells you how much you're making on every item because you have to deduct, your charges, your fees to the website. If you're operating like on eBay or Amazon or some framework like that, that's not just your own website. And then you have to deduct the cost of what the item cost you. And then you have to deduct, your handling charges, which is all the stuff that you dress your package with. If you use plastic bags, tape, markers, labels, paper, whatever it is to pack that item up, free gift, whatever. And then you've got to have your shipping because, that's all your costs. And then you can see what you actually made off selling that one item. So that's how you keep track of everything. And then I keep all that stuff together in a box, and I staple all these things together, the receipt for the shipping and the receipt for the item, or a description of where I got the item. If I bought like a bunch of them at once from such and such, I paid this, and then that's how we do it. But yeah, fake tracking number, that made me mad as fire. because I've had that problem several times this year, ordering stuff from people, and mostly shoes. And no, I don't like that. It's some bogus stuff. But yeah, so those are some problems there. Um, Mercari is terrible slow. I don't know how you sell crap on Mercari. Plus, they're doing a lot of scammy stuff where you have to guarantee return on Mercari, and apparently a lot of people are just returning like rocks and stuff. You know, they'll order some high dollar thing and then they turn around and ship back a rock, and the seller's stuck. And that's some bull crap right there. Um, that would freak me out, man, if somebody shipped me back a rock or something expensive. Say you sold a camera, instead they shipped you back a rock. Uh, but yeah. So Mercari is kind of crappy. Um, it's got a lot of scammy buyers on it right now. On the fact they want to save it, and then they want you to either go and offer them cheaper than what you're selling it for, or they'll send you a message. Like I got a message that I didn't even see because I couldn't get into my email, and it was like days ago. I just saw it today, and I'm mad as fire. And I had an item on Mercari because I don't want to use their shipping stuff. Um, because I usually use pirate ship. Uh, and I had an item that was selling, what was it, $8 for shipping and the item altogether, $8. And Joker like sends me some message, is it still available? And the next message is, how about for $6? I got one of those bullcrap things on eBay too for a really expensive rhinestone necklace. It's new, and I think I had it listed at like 60, and then they sent me a message. I left that thing open for make offer, which I don't do it anymore. They sent me some message. How about 30? 30 in free shipping. It's like dreaming. Yeah, that just totally insults my intelligence. Like I don't even want to go there. I did that to a seller for a cable for a in an auction storage. I got a really nice, it's like an iPad, but it's not an Apple. It's another maker, and it's only about 5 years old, but I can't get the cable anywhere, so I had to order it. And the seller on eBay sells like thousands of them all day long, and I think it was like $10. Now I want to pick one that was close to me because it'll take forever if it comes from California. It's pure insanity. So I always look at where it's coming from, and I usually order from the one closest to me because then it only takes a day or two. So I made offer on that seller of like $1 cheaper, just to see what they would do. And the guy sends me back a message like 2 days later and says, look, I only make pennies on the item and da da da. The most I can do is give you 3 cents off. And I'm like, why does this guy even bother putting make offer on there? If all I can do is give 3 cents off, I would just take the make offer feature off, okay? Rule 1. There's the sheriffs. They're looking for these boondockers that are like all over the place. They're just a total mess. Let's see. Yeah, I hate that make offer thing. I'll turn it off on everything. I'm not doing it. I'm absolutely not doing it. No. No way. But yeah, so there's I just wouldn't do it. The problem is if you put it up high so you could clear a make offer, then you're gonna lose customers because it's too high. And the whole idea is not to get watchers and lookers. The whole idea is to be able to sell the item immediately. That's what you really want. You don't want people to just look in and save it for later and all that kind of crap. You want it sold. So it's not good to jack the price up. You know, run it to whatever it is you really want to sell it for. If it's not moving, keep marking it down. Period. Till it's gone. Because it's just sitting dormant. Sometimes you gotta take a loss in life. I'm doing it every day. I'm marking stuff down every day. I'm biting the bullet big time. But I don't have a choice. I mean, it's cost me so much money. And I've got to try to get the stuff sold as fast as I possibly can. Because if I have to take time off from my work online and go work another job for income, then I'm losing time online trying to get this stuff all listed and get it gone. And they can't buy it if they can't see it. And I got tons to list. Trust me. I really wished I could have got on that whatnot thing so I could just be knocking tons of stock out. Boom, 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 boom. But that was a weird, shady deal too. And I still need to do that vlog about that. Because I want to get their attention. It's now starting to let a lot more people sell on there. And but that may have also been crashing my phone too. I can't see the message. It'll come back up in a minute. Ooh, hot as a devil. The wind has stopped. But yeah, so the internet's much different than it was years ago. Amazon and eBay will fly. They're remarkable. I mean, eBay, I used to always tell everybody on eBay, man, you can sell a freaking paperclip on eBay. A safety pin used. I mean, eBay, you can sell anything on there. And people would buy it. And, but now it's much, much harder. And I don't know if it's because there's more sellers, less buyers. I'm not quite sure what it is. There's a ton of people that have left eBay through the years because eBay is a snaky deal. But it is really, really, really hard to sell on eBay. You have to list every day. If you do not list items for sale every day, you are not going to get any sales. They turn your store off. And you can look in the search results and you won't even see your stuff. They are weird, shady today. I have never seen anything like it. And then also, way back, that when the item, was getting close to expiring, then, you were in the top views, okay? And so it was like, well, no worries, because when this listing starts ending, man, it's going to be right in the end, and people are going to buy it because it'll be the first thing they see. And it's not like that anymore either. Bottom line is, you got to list every day, or they're not seeing it, period. eBay will just lock you out, man. I mean, when I opened this account months ago, I put like 50 items up. And because I didn't know if it was going to stay up. Because they threw me off there so many times, it's not even funny. They were trying to send me plane tickets to Arabia. They really could not stand me. They were so mad at me. Because I was the queen of eBay. $5K a week. Yes, sir. And they'd throw me off. I'd get right back on that son of a gun. And I'm making bank. It was just, my daughter and I used to just sit and watch the computer, and we could see where people put stuff, like on Amazon and eBay. We could see where they put stuff in their basket to buy, and we could watch the transaction. It was hard to believe. And it was like, well, there's another one. Ding. There's another one. And ding. It was hard to believe. And it was just amazing. It's not like that now. It is really, really hard. And I'm selling a variety of stuff. I'm selling used stuff. I'm selling new stuff. I'm selling jewelry. I'm selling formal stuff. I'm selling children's stuff, men's stuff, all kinds of different stuff. And it is just unreal how hard it is to sell. And I'm marking stuff down every single day. I got stuff on it right now is 99 cents, right? Yeah. And it's not even moving. And I work every day, like 14 hours a day, every day listing on eBay. So it's tough, really tough. I mean, I got like this last 7 days, I got like 6 orders. Boom! I got 3 in an hour of the same item, which was really weird. But it was all different states it was going to. I was like, oh my gosh. So that was kind of cool. Um, but it's really, really hard to sell on eBay now. I'm trying to get rid of the rest of those glitter shoes that I already had made, and because they gotta go. They can't keep them around, man. I can't stuff them back in storage because they'll just get ruined in the heat. They've got to sell. So, the quicker they sell, the better off it is. I get some of my money back because I got a lot of money in the stripper deals I have right now that are decorated and the ones that are not. Because, like I say, I had to start ordering like 2 pairs at a time from 2 different sellers because they were faking me out. And apparently, it's because of that Fako tracking number thing. It must be a thing now. And people like to buy fake tracking numbers so they can get their money first. I mean, I read something on that comment section. I can't remember if it was on eBay or Etsy, where a guy said, I'm not shipping nothing till I get my money first. And it's like, ooh, you know, because it doesn't work out quite that way. you know, most of these sites, you don't get paid till you prove that you shipped. I haven't had to deal with any of those fake ones. Yeah, I mean, it'll make you mad as hell, especially when it goes as long as that one did, where it's still today. Still today, I've never received those shoes. They were on Amazon, and Amazon is like really high class to be selling on Amazon, okay? That's no joke. That's serious biz on Amazon. They do not play. Uh-huh. eBay will slap your hand 100 times and all that stuff. But Amazon, man, you got 2 or 3 chances and you're out of there. They do not play. Real strict. You get refunds from the sellers. Some. I had one where a girl in New York years ago that there was this Victoria's Secret rhinestone bra, okay, and it was like chain bra. We used to call it chain wear or something years ago, and the bra is like $1,000 bra, and Victoria's Secret only produced so many of them. And I said, man, I need that sucker. And so it was like $60. I won it on auction. And that's back in the day when I had a bogus account on eBay. So I didn't want to hook up my PayPal to it because then they'd know who I was. So it was when you could send a money order to the money order check, PayPal, whatever to the seller for payment when you win. And I told her I was going to send her a money order, so I went down to the post office. That's the best thing you can do is use United States Postal Money Order because that's defrauding the federal government if they steal your crap when you pay them like that. But anyway, I got the money order and mailed to her right away, and I never got the item. And she did some big old fake thing claiming she'd shipped it and this, that, and the other, and da 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 da. And so finally, it takes like a month to be able to report somebody on eBay. Finally, I got to report them. I was pissed. So she leaves me really trashy feedback. And then I was pissed. And, oh yeah. And then, so I leave her trashy feedback. Then she leaves some other trashy feedback behind that because you could comment twice on an item. And I was like, this is just bullcrap. Now I'm fighting back and forth with eBay over the comments that are bullcrap because she never shipped. I had proof of payment. And, they make you enter all that crap in there, proof of payment, a Xerox copy of what you sent, which I had that. United States Postal Money Order, the whole thing. And now, it's like 2 months going by. Still, I don't have a refund and I don't have the product. And then, I go on there and she's selling the same exact thing again to somebody else. And I'm mad as piss. And she's like, you didn't pay. And I'm like, the heck, I didn't. I sent your payment. And so then later it comes out, she finally gets slammed. And I'm sure it was by more than me. I don't have a doubt in my mind. Because she was probably just trying to sell the same pictures of that same bra that she probably didn't even have. That's probably what it was. And so about 4 months go by and she emails me. Will you please remove your negative feedback? I'm like, you never shipped and you stole my money. I never got a refund and I never got the item. You must be really, truly joking. She sends some response back. Well, I'm really sorry. I was on drugs and da da da. And I'm like, still, I never got my refund and I never got my product. She's like, well, I will give you a refund if you'll take the negative feedback off. And I'm like, you know what? It's the best $60 I ever spent. No. No, and hell no. No, you got what you deserved. Give them enough rope to hang themselves. I'm done. Party's over. You used me up enough. You stole my money. Yep. And that was pretty bad. When somebody gonna email you and go, well, I was on drugs. That's like so much information. You'd been better off just to refund me. Because now she can't sell. Nobody wants to buy from her because of that feedback. Yep. So it worked out pretty good. I got my money's worth. So, yeah, I've had stuff like that. I had a guy that, the guy that claimed he sent me the leather Playboy jackets. I never got those. He gave fake tracking numbers that went to other places. It was probably orders he already shipped out. Let's see, I got, the fake Playboy t-shirts. That was real good. They had Playboy t-shirts. And I said, man, this is a really good deal. And they had a bulk deal and stuff like that. I said, boy, if these are good, the pictures look so good. And I said, if they're good and they're real, like it says in the ad. Because, see, I'd never seen any that looked like that before. I said, God, these would be great. So I order all the white ones because the white is the easiest to sell. I sell a ton of Playboy shirts. So I end up ordering, I go, well, crap, I'll just go ahead and order like 24 of them or some crazy number I ordered. Do you know when I got these shirts? They were printed on men's El Cheapo t-shirts that you could see through. They were like from India or some crap. They weren't even Fruit of the Loom or anything. And it had a big battleship gray, which looked like it was chrome Playboy bunny head. It was actually battleship gray. I'm like, oh my God. And they were crooked on every single shirt. It was fake. And you cannot copy Playboy stuff. So my dad did a lot of business with Hugh Hefner. And that's where I got a lot of my stuff. Was direct. Okay? But I ordered this other crapola off of eBay. And, yeah, they were fake as crap. I mean, when I laid them on the table, my daughter was like 2 years old. I laid on the table, all over the table, and it was like, everyone was like crooked. You know, it was ridiculous. And she was 2 and she could see that. And, oh, yeah, my dad did business with all the Hefners and a lot of other people too, but they were very nice people. And, uh, and so, I've been Playboy authorized rep seller for years. Okay. So, anyway, I was mad as hell. And so, you know what I was doing next? I was letting my fingers do the walking, and I reported that son of a gun. And they could not believe it when I told them about that. They were like, there's no way. I'm like, I'm serious. I've got a whole bunch of these shirts, and they're junk in battleship gray, and the heads are actually crooked on the shirts, you know, and they're on cheap see-through men's t-shirts. Some brands refuse to be sold. Yeah, there's some stuff you can't sell on the internet because of Vero acts. And so let me tell you how fast they got shut down. And it only actually took me about 2 weeks to get my money back on that deal. Shipped all that caca back. I was so mad. I was so flipping mad when I got that garbage. And when you email back and forth, they're like fighting with you, you know. The seller will always be talking some poop. Oh, no, it was fine. I ordered a really rare Playboy jacket in auction off eBay one time. I said, man, this is great. Got a killer deal, right? I paid like $12 for it in shipping. And I'm like, God, this is awesome. They claimed it was new. They had all these pictures. And, you know, they had doctored all the pictures up. That's why I don't like fake pictures. Take it real, just like you're looking at it. So, when I get the jacket, it has fur balls on the sleeves, fur balls on the bottom, and sweat stains in the armpits. No lie. And I sent him a message that said, this is not a new jacket. Oh, yeah, it is. I said, no, it is not. I said, you sent me a jacket with sweat stains in the armpits. There's little balls on the wrist elastic and on the waist elastic. That means it's used. You lied to me. And they're like, no, it's not. I've had to PayPal on them and report them to eBay too. And then it takes like 2 months before you get to ship it back, you know, and get your money back and everything. And then you got to pay to ship it back. With tracking number, signature, delivery confirmation, all that crap to show that the seller got it. You got to pay all that out of your pocket. And then, you know, wait for them to acknowledge that they got it. Okay. And that'll make you mad as fire. And so it just takes forever to get your money back. And it's such an argument. And if you miss one comment thing where you got to argue back and forth with the seller in the PayPal thing, they'll just close it and put it in their favor. So you have to pay attention to your emails all of the time, every single day, so you don't miss one comment or response, or they'll close it on you and screw you over. But oh yeah, I've had a lot of stupid crap. eBay was famous for that. They were famous for not shipping or selling crap. I knew a girl in Dothan that sold somebody's Harley on there and made off with a whole bunch of money, and they caught her. Yeah. I knew that girl that did that. And it was like, oh my gosh. And I guess what she did was right in front of a bar, she took a picture of Harley, listed it on eBay. They sent her so many thousands of dollars, and she was gone, like Jumping Jack Flash. She didn't have any Harley. They were doing it with cars on eBay Motors and stuff too, like that. But But yeah, you'd never believe the crap. You would never believe the crap that they used to do years ago on eBay. So they're a lot stricter now. It's good and it's bad. Like brand new seller account, 3 months. You're not going to see your money on a daily or weekly or any other basis. You're going to wait 3 to 4 weeks to get for each item. Because you've got to have 25 sales and $250 total sales in 3 months period to clear that. And so you've only cleared half of that. So I've made my dollar sales, I just haven't made the total sales. So that's why I got a bunch of junk that's even $1, marked down to $1, just to get people to buy so I can get paid immediately because I need my money. You know, I need where it pays me every day, not where I gotta wait on it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Brand new vet just rolls by. Yeah, so, um, but yeah, they make it really tough now. I mean, you could sell one $500 item and you're not gonna see that money for 30 days. Other than the fact they got a new thing too, no matter what, if you sell something out of your price range, they're gonna hold that money 30 days. So, because I know a guy on eBay that sold something for $1,000 and he's still waiting on that money. Mm-hmm. Because most of his stuff's in the $30, $40 range. So, eBay thinks it's oddball, so they'll hold that money for 30 days. Yep. But yeah, it's so much harder. And really, the ones that always made the most money with me was Amazon and eBay. They were always the bank. Now, the internet was very good for the pandemic. I wished I'd have been on earlier. I mean, I had my Etsy account, but I didn't have much stuff on there. Well, I hadn't even listed anything on there. I think I was still arguing with them about PayPal because they don't take PayPal. And the only way to do anything with them is to get a bank account. And that is like, really? I have to like go out and get like a bank account? So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the different stocks are different folks, but I couldn't believe they phased out PayPal because at one point, the PayPal and eBay were owned by each other or some kind of thing. So, uh, they, if you're mad at one, it didn't do you any good because you were getting mad at the same people all at the same time. So you piss one off, then you piss the other one off. Let's see. So if I sell on eBay, would I have to wait since my account? Yeah, if you open a brand new account to sell, you're not going to get your money. It'll go like 3 to 4 weeks before you see your flipping money. So that's what's screwing me up so bad. It's just like taking forever. Yep. If I could get paid every single time, it would be great. I mean, they're lucky I can afford to ship. Because I was scared of that too. I thought, God, what if I can't afford to ship? Well, I mean, did you sell on your eBay account before? If you've never sold on that eBay account, yeah, you're going to wait. If you sold on that eBay account before, you probably won't have a problem. Now, Amazon was always cheaper than eBay to sell on because eBay used to charge gigantic fees. It's not quite as bad as it used to be because I used to pay $400 to $500 a month to sell on eBay. And it was like, God, I can rent a whole storefront for that. You know? It was pure insanity. And you still have to pay taxes after that on all your sales. So that was like the sucky thing, you know? Yep. So I don't know. But yeah. But anyway, man, I'm smoking hot. And it's gonna be hot tonight. It's gonna be like in the 80s all night, which is really not a good thing. And I did not charge my batteries today to run those fans. Those two little fans with my really cool batteries. Because I was so brain fogged in my office today. It was in and out of it, in and out of it. I took off for a little while and I came back. Still waiting on them to come down and turn the air on. And no one ever came. Because, of course, they don't care until they're there. And when they're there, they'll have it fixed in now. It's just bullcrap, man. Makes me so mad because I lost a whole day doing listings. Just screw up my eBay, man. Because I list every single day. So, I don't know. But anyway, it's burning up hot. Ugh, and here with the windows all open and trying to catch the breeze. And it just like died down. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have a great one. And I love you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one.